Okay, my friends, this is an extremely serious warning for these people. They are up in Alaska, they are going into a tunnel, and you listen to what she has to say, because they are going into an area where there's going to be a lot of bio decomposition, and this could literally explode without them having any idea beforehand. Now watch.
Oh good, for now there's not, so we can kind of start up here. You'll smell.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is stinky.
It's a little bit like manure, but not in a bad way.
In a bad way. A week after we got home, I randomly texted Levi, "The tunnel smells like dog poop. That's what the smell is." It suddenly occurred to me because I was unpacking, and the wool long underwear that you have to wear in Alaskan winters still reeked like the tunnel. Levi didn't text me back.
It looks alien somehow.
I know.
All right, I'm going to stop it right for here now. What they are in, you see these layers? These are not just like where they cut the tunnel. This tunnel was basically here. They just excavated, and what they took out, if there was poop in there, they took the poop out. And it still smells like poop because this is a digestive system, and it could explode because of the other end of the digestive system. This is the rectum, apparently. It smells like dog poop. That's what happens. It was frozen. Now, if you had a dog or any kind of creature frozen in a freezer, and then the freezer, and it's wrapped in a real tight plastic bag, which is, this is all bound up with earth around it and everything, so it's compacted. And when it starts to decompose, it creates all these gases, and literally explosions occur. And they would happen in a tightly sealed container where an animal just bloats and explodes. And the same thing here. It's all compacted under earth. It's going to bloat and explode. Where is it going to explode? It might go straight up. It might come all the way down these tubes. And these people are in these tubes. All right, where they are up in Alaska, they are in a digestive system. I don't care what anybody says. These sinkholes here are also part of biology. I have researched this inside and out. I actually talked to the Russians about their problem on one of their peninsulas up there where they were drilling for oil, and the whole thing's collapsing. And it's just doing exactly like this, and it's doing this everywhere in the world now. So nobody's free from this. And up there in Alaska, when that thing thaws out enough, the biodegradable stuff inside will unthaw just like it unthaws in your refrigerator. It's going to blow out the easiest path that it can blow out, and that's going to be right down that digestive system, out that tunnel. All right, anywhere where there's biological decomposition under the earth, it can explode from the gases. You see that? That's an explosion. I believe this was the one I worked with the Russians on. They got a hold of me. They had like 13 craters at that time. Now they're all over the place. And they're everywhere. It's not just them. It's everywhere around the world. So, but primarily where there's a heavy biological decomposition, methanes and so forth, you get these really serious explosions, and they can literally be volcanoes. All right, I'm going to tell you right now, they are in very, very serious jeopardy at the moment. This is Fox. All right, that's where they were in that digestive system. This is Fairbanks over here. Now, look at what you have here. You see this channel running up here? Why is that like that? Why is this channel running here? Very strange looking, isn't it? Well, I can tell you why. It's a lower elevation, and it's bordered by this way, and it's part of this digestive system. Down here it is 833 feet. Over here it is 919 feet. Over here it is 870 feet. Down here is 835 feet, and it's 835, 840, 850, 855, all the way down. All right, 800, and it keeps getting lower and lower as it goes down, because that's where the end of the digestive system is, down in Fox, where they are, 745, 720, 707, 705, 687. So, okay, so it's a downgrading into this, where it's running off. And what is it running off from? The digestive system. And what happens in the digestive system? All kinds of chemistry is going on in your digestive system, and that's what they're mining right there. So not only are they in the tunnel, which would be probably a fairly easy because it was eventually, at one time it was just squirting down through the digestive system to here. This could be the stomach, I don't know. But you're going to have a liver, a kidneys, the stomach, a pancreas, all that stuff. And they all have different chemistry. You see this black one up here? Brown, black, I mean, whatever you want to call it. You see these different colors? You see these different colors here? They're mining this, and they're putting them in solution ponds and so forth, yes. But I'm telling you right now, this is all different chemistry. You see that? What's this yellow stuff doing here? You see all three of them together. Why would that happen? All of this is a digestive system. I'm going to tell you what. If it thaws enough, it's going to explode. Something's going to explode down there and it may even be coming up now. I don't know. Let's see where we are now. This is 1,968 feet. Down here it's 1,142, so it's like 900 feet up. Down here it's 890 feet. So if we start going up the hill, 900, 1,000, 1,200, 1,300, 14, 17, 1,800. It levels out up here about 1,900 to 1950, somewhere around there, up here. But all the way around, it's low. 1190, 988, and it keeps getting lower and lower as it drains out. Now, is that pumping up? They should keep an eye on this, because if this is that could literally explode. I'm telling you right now, if this permafrost is weakening the fabric that holds it down, it's going to pop. Now, will it pop straight up? I don't know. Will it pop straight down where it normally would have? And this is the actual poop, I think, that eventually came out of here, all down in here. You see this green? Nothing grows greener better than in poop. Nothing grows greener quicker. All right? And that's what we got here. You look at these colors. Look at these colors. This is digestion, my friend. And they are in trouble. If that thing pops, they're going to be the first thing to pop. All right, what I showed you before was Fairbanks, Alaska. And that's where Physics Girl was. Now, this is Mt Spurr, which is also a rectum. I don't have any affiliation with it other than it being a rectum. Now, I was on the other side here over in Anchorage for a couple of years. And Mt Spurr is literally a rectum. I'm not kidding you. And it has spewed all its stuff out down here. You see from here? This is Mt Spurr. All right? And it comes right out of there, right out of here. And it flows all down here. Watch where it flows down here. Right through this crevice down here, which looks almost like an avian cloaca. And then it runs into this tube, and then it runs right here. You see that? You see how green this is? I told you. Poop and green just love each other. Now, you see this loop, 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 loop? That's not accidental. That is literally poop coming forward. All right? Then it joins the other stuff, which is the fluid mix. You see the colors again? You see it? And nobody's mining this, I don't think. I don't see any mining going on here. But, you know, trust me, they'll figure a way to do it if they can. But you see these different colors? That's the reaction that happens inside of biology to create the chemistry to make your body run. Now look at this up here. Look at how it swirls around here into these pockets of stuff that's going to break it down, really, is what it boils down to. But the whole thing is coming out of this big digestive system. And that's the way avian creatures have it. And then they come out and squirts all at the end. They only have, you know, mammals have, you know, a rectum and a penis or a vagina, but these just have one sex organ. And so I'm just saying this is an avian creature, probably. Looks like it to me. And if we had somebody that was really skilled and understood chicken sexing and so forth, is this possible? You see, this is where the poop is coming. I say this is poop. You follow back where that poop came from, and here's where it came from. Right, whoops, I'm sorry, I went too far. Follow the poop back, and it came right out of here, a lot of it. Well, I don't know if it came out of there. This could be, some did. Look at that. I'll tell you, the world is amazing. Look at that. And there's Mt Spurr. And that is literally a hole in the ground, and it exploded. And what's coming out of here, I did a little research on what is coming out of here. It's all biological, it's organic. And I think it's either a rectum or something. This appears to be poop. Now, it seems like the vast majority is coming out of these tubes up here. But whatever's coming out of there, I don't know. But I'll tell you, it's damn interesting. See it coming out of there, down and around. And that green, you don't get green like that without having poop. Either that or blood. The two of them are basically grow the same stuff, as green can get. And all that other colored stuff is biological, basically transition metals into salts and so forth. And that you see the blues and the greens, and there'll be a dark blue somewhere around here. There it is up here. You see them? Different color green. And they're all adding together in these little bile ducts and so forth. Look at that. They go around like crazy, some of them. These little colored lakes. That's what they're doing here. They're not there by accident, my friend. There's a lot of biology going on in this. See, where they pinch together, that's where you're going to see these changes in colors. You see the different colors? Something is happening in these transition zones that cause these different colors. You see it? I have some that you just absolutely, the colors are stunning as they transition from one to the other. Look at this. I think we got some looking to do, my friends. You see that? That's some kind of little organ. Same thing down here. Does that look natural to you? I mean, just like actual erosion, just accidentally eroded like that. It doesn't to me. I mean, it's just, this is stunning stuff. Absolutely stunning. Has to be studied much more deeply than it is. Alright, I'm going to do a very, very long, detailed study of this. But you see Mt Spurr right here. This is biology, and this is the runoff of that, which I say that's poop. And that poop is combined with this other side, and here's the chemistry of it right here. Very, very intricate chemistry coming together, and they join together down here, just like they would in an avian creature. And then they dump into the waters. Now, above here, look at this. I'm going to show you, this whole area is just 100% biology. And they are in jeopardy where they are, I'm telling you that right now. Look at this. If you think this just happened accidentally, it's going to take a second to home in on here. Just look at this. It's going to take a second to lock in because it's... You see that? That's not accidental, but I can tell you what, it looks to me like it's starting to come to the surface now. I don't know if that's a good thing. I have no idea. But you see all this is not really just rivulets running off of something. It's just too regular. This is, and you see the green again. The green is the key. The green is the key. And this is all layers of biology that are eroding now, giving the green plants plenty of stuff to eat off of. All right, and this right over here, this apparently is an area that is exploding upwards and blowing out. You see, these are all, to me, I would say that this stuff is all starting to become fluidish. All right, and as it does, the gases will bring them to the surface, and then you're going to have all kinds of havoc. But I'd get out of that tunnel if I was them. I don't want to panic anybody, but you see what I'm showing you. And if you saw the Mt Spurr go off from an airplane, I saw it. I wasn't on the airplane, but I watched the event happen, and holy smokes. It was just like an atomic bomb blast. Now, even if it went up, it would still go out through the sides, too. I would imagine through that tube. Because they're not far from that, where they're doing the excavation. And as the excavation goes deeper, you get less and less blanketing effect. All right, like I said, I don't want to be an alarmist, but I'm going to leave you with this. This is quite a good elevation above the lower. This is where it runs off. This is the part of the digestive system that they're working on now. They're mining it. And what is going to happen here? I don't know. Has the elevation risen or fallen? I don't know. This is the path it would take, though, I can tell you what. And they're in Fox. And this is the tube. That's the tube that actually ended up being the point of excretion here. And again, all the chemistry. And this, if you look at it carefully, you can actually see it looks like poop. And the stuff growing in it just loves that stuff. Blood and poop. Those are the two things that grow most fabulously. You can see it's coming down, and here's where it's bleeding off over here and over here and over here. And eventually, I don't know where it had run to. I guess over here and wherever. But I believe there's more than one gigantic creature here that died, because I think there's more than one digestive system. I know it sounds insane, I know it sounds crazy, but I'll tell you what, I'd get the hell out of that cave if I was them. Okay, this goes back to 2015. I started doing a series of videos. I did like 9 videos about how the Earth was dying. And it's called The Earth is Alive, Completely Living and in Trouble. And I just shut the sound off. But this is about the blue holes, and then I come out and I get into the Russian craters, and I think this is exactly, well, I was either a little before or a little after I talked to the Russians about their, because this is one of their holes there. And here it is right here. This is the other one. This was the other one up in Russia. And then I'm showing, they're all over the Earth. And then I'm showing this, that what I have here in my shop. I have the exact same stuff, only in a smaller form. And then I start to show things that nobody wants to see because they're real and they're scary as hell. And anyway, this is when the 20 baby craters showed up. At the same time I was talking to the Russians. And then I talk about going exploring within, going through these blue holes, and they are actually identical to the inside of a person's body. She says, I thought I was going from the throat down through the anus. And watch, this is a digestive system. This is the kind of goop that was in that cave at one time. Listen.
And deeper than that. This is a layer of decomposing leaves and other organic stuff. The decomposition creates hydrogen sulfide, a deadly gas that smells like rotting eggs. The water is saturated with hydrogen sulfide, and I can smell it in the water that seeps around the edge of my mask.
We all know that smell. All right, anyway, they go through, and then it comes over here where they actually see the layer of digestion down here, and above is the clear water, and where the digestion is happening, it actually creates mucus to protect the corals. Watch.
layer below.
Check out the mucus
What you're
from
seeing
mucus
here are the
membrane.
decomposing remains of forest vegetation, which have passed entirely through the caves and out into the ocean.
Sounds like digestive
Everywhere I
system to
find what
me.
look like strands of mucus floating in the water.
Same
It's
stuff
most
in
likely
ours.
mucus secreted by the coral in response to the caustic hydrogen sulfide.
No, it isn't.
It's stuck on everything, including this gorgonian, which has closed all its...
All right, I don't have to go any further. This is digestion. Once it washes out with the tide, everything goes back to normal. Everybody's normal, and that's all the life goes on. Next day, it poops. Anyway, that was 2015. I've known about this stuff for a very long time, and our Earth was literally a living creature at one time, or it should be now, and it's not going to be living forever, or it's dead now. Fracking, all that stuff, what we've been doing to the Earth is just a tragedy. If it was alive or is alive, well, I know it was alive. It still appears to be doing biological processes. That's all I can tell you. You know, the things I just showed you are the things that kids in school are afraid to talk about. There is no more free speech in college anymore. They will destroy your life with a failure if you won't say what they tell you to say after you pay them. All right, I see it as extortion in the first place. If you have to pay them a ton of money so that they will give you a piece of paper that says you were able to say what they told you to say. If it's wrong, it doesn't matter. And they will not peer review anything that they don't want to say, because they've got a set of things everybody has to say to be smart, and it's not right anymore, and they will not do it. And the kids, 2/3 of them are afraid to speak up. And the other third are just puppets of the regime, as far as I'm concerned. They're just happy making some money saying what they're told to say.